The Lady Wildcats volleyball team hosted both of the Montana teams this weekend. They played tough against the University of Montana, winning the second set by 4. Jana Hull was at the games.
Jay McCox slams one into the Grizzly defense. A set by Penrod gave Brianna Williams one more of her 12 for the night. Junior outside hitter Beth Ray scored 12 kills. Using this well-known style, it's another Penrod-Ray scoring combination. Saturday night, the Lady Cats showed tremendous ability against Montana. They needed their first win of the season. 3 Weber State players were in double-digit kills and season highs. Ray had 22 kills and 8 digs, leading the Cats. Freshman Mackenzie Clark blasts another of her 14 kills against the Bobcats. The Cats lost by 2 in the 5th set. I'm Jana Hull for Weber State Sports. Jay McCox slams.
The Lady Cats are fine athletes, and as you can see, thanks to Jana, they did a great job. They're bound to win one soon. Next match is in Greeley against Northern Colorado next Thursday. First serve, 7 o'clock. There's good news for the Lady Wildcats Soccer Club. Senior forward Jesse Badley scored against Northern Colorado, giving the Cats a double overtime victory Friday night at Jackson Stadium. That puts the Cats at 2-0-0 in Big Sky action. On Sunday, the Lady Cats sophomore forward Sarah Major scored her first goal of the season. The Cats battled to the final whistle to earn a 1-1 tie with Northern Arizona on Sunday afternoon at Lumberjack Stadium. The Wildcats host Montana on Thursday in their first Big Sky Conference home match of the season. Game time 3 o'clock. Then at 9 on Saturday morning, the ladies soccer team hosts the Eastern Washington Eagles. All right, soccer fans, get out there and give these gals your die-hard support. They could just take all the marbles this season. Go Wildcats. High up in the Wasatch Mountains, dedicated souls that have been training for months gather at the water's edge. It's the fall season at Snow Basin, and that means Xterra. Their goals are as diverse as the color of fall leaves. Some just want to test their stamina, others want to improve their times over last year, and a few hardy competitors want to win. The Championship Xterra Triathalon Series is serious business. They arrive early at the docks in Pineview Reservoir to begin the day with a 1-mile swim. That's twice around the pylons for the pros. Weber State students Blake Fessler, Spencer Storey, and Josh Wild entered the water as amateur contestants. They swim a half-mile. Note the wetsuits. It's chilly. Then it's out of the water and on the mountain bike for an uphill climb into Weber Canyon, enduring nearly 20 miles of lung and leg burn. They hit the staging area on the run. That's the key word, and run they do. Uphill and downhill for a grueling 10K jaunt. Fessler finished first in his bracket. Storey placed second in his age group. And Wild, he was just glad to finish the race.
I did personal best because this is my first one.
And what was the most difficult part of the race?
The run was brutal, you know. I wasn't prepared at all for the run. I haven't been running that much this year at all.
The run is hard. It's pretty straight uphill. These are all just hills that God made to ski down and not run up. So it's a pretty hard run, but coming downhill is pretty fun.
I'm John Caple for Weber State Sports. And in studio with us today are 3 tough young men you just saw in action. Welcome to Blake and Spencer. How are you guys today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
You're all, of course, back in shape after that big, tremendous run that you did.
Yeah.
Tell me, how'd you fare, Blake?
Well, I did well. I ended up winning first place overall in the sport division. So, that was good for my first triathlon. I thought it was great.
That's excellent. And how do you feel about all that you did, Spencer?
I feel great. I had a smile on my face the whole time, and that's all that mattered to me that day. So
that's good. And you came in second place in your bracket, didn't you? That's absolutely excellent. Now, I got to know, how in the world do you guys get in shape for that kind of athletic achievement?
Well, you know, I think for me, a lot of it was just spending hours and hours on the bike throughout the summer. I mean, we started, Spencer and I both went down to Arizona over spring break and put in, you know, over 350 miles that week alone. Wow. of riding bikes. And so, you know, I think it takes a lot of dedication and time. A lot of people maybe don't understand, you know, how much time endurance athletes put into training, but it was a great event, so it takes a lot of time. Excellent.
Now you start out in the swim. How do you get in shape for that kind of a thing? Have you been swimming all summer?
I actually didn't swim hardly at all this summer, to be honest with you. I spent my summer over in New Zealand doing some other things, and so I swam. Once I got home, I swam in the pool here. I actually teach a triathlon class here on campus, so I swim with them a couple times a week, and I did I did a race the weekend before, and that was my training for Xterra.
You guys are amazing. So how did you compete in that swim, by the way? You know, I mean, there was 200 people starting at the same time.
Yeah,
what
you know,
went on in there?
It was something new for me. I'd never swam like that. I swam a little bit up here on campus, but never in a competition like that. There was over 250 people starting with us, and to be honest with you, it just looked like a bunch of bubbles. You know, it seemed like you're surrounded by a school of fish, and people are kicking you and hitting you, and you're just trying to end up safe without a bloody nose or something. So it's very intimidating. You can't really see where you're going. You just try to stay in the draft of someone in front of you and hope that you make the yellow pylon. So it was a very interesting and great experience.
That's absolutely amazing. Now, once you get out of the water, you jump on the mountain bikes, like we said.
Yeah.
And how's that? There's an elevation change, isn't there?
Big time, big time. You do a lot of climbing in these mountains up here. Luckily for us, we were doing the short course, so we didn't have as much climbing as the longer people, but you go straight uphill for probably 4 miles, and then you get a second of downhill, and then you go uphill again, and that's basically the course. You're just shooting uphill and hoping you can take it. Yeah,
if you can imagine biking from Pine View Reservoir up to Snow Basin, it's about 12.1 miles, I think is what we did, and there's probably over 6,000 feet, well, 5,000 feet elevation change that we went, and it was grueling, and you can imagine a trail that's only about 6 to 8 inches wide and
covered with rocks.
Yes, yeah, exactly, and covered with people. There's 200 people in front of you, and you're trying to pass, and
that's amazing. That is amazing. Well, thank you both for coming out here and performing well, representing Weber State so well. It's a tough run, and we look forward to seeing you next year up there on the mountain.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Blake Fessler.
Spencer.
Blake Fessler.
Oh, thanks.
Spencer Storey. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Make sure to check out your YouTube channel and become a fan of our Facebook page. See you next Monday on Weber State Spotlight on Sports.